Hey, what's happening there, folks? G the Hat Guy here. Have you been wondering about hat terminology? You wonder like, what is this called? What is that called? For hats. Not sure what this is called and that type of thing. Different terms related to hats, whatnot. Well, this is the video here. You know, like the thumbnail says there, the sign there says you gotta know hats. All right. So we're going to try to get some information out to know hats today in this video. All right. It's all about hat terminology. As you see, the title says simple hat terminology you must know. All right. Simple hat terminology you must know. That's the title of this video here. Um, Folks, I want to give a shout out to everybody, to all the subscribers, all the viewers. If you're not subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up, like, share with somebody else who might be interested in hats or is looking to get into hats, whatnot, on Facebook, Instagram. Help to spread the word, trying to grow this channel, all right? So going to be getting on the road pretty soon and bringing various types of hat content from across the country. Again, this is G the Hat Guy. So basically, let's dive right into the video. As you see, I've got some hats displayed as usual. And we're going to try to review some different types of hat terminology in this video here. All right. So basically, let's get started. With this particular hat here, this is called, if you look at the edge on this hat, this is a fur felt, a rabbit mixed hat, whatnot. Fedora. It's got about 2¼ inch brim on there. It's got a matching brand with a nice complementary multicolor feather on there. All right, and this has got a raw edge. What we call a raw edge, you see, this is not sewn. It's not flipped down and sewn. It doesn't have what we call a binding on the edge, which we'll come to here in a little bit. It's kind of like a folded ribbon that's sewn on top of this raw edge. So it's just cut, the brim is just cut, and the edge is just basically a raw, is what you're seeing, on this one here. That's a raw edge hat. Okay. The dents in the front here, some people call them creases. Okay. Same thing with the one across the top here. Some people call them creases. I call them dent. Some other people call them dents as well. Okay. So that's those are the terms you're looking at. It's either like a dent or a crease. Okay. For those, you got a center dent, you got 2 pinches in the front. Okay. That's what those are. You got the pinches and you got your dents or creases right there. Okay. Some people might call these creases as well. What now? Of course, you've got your feather. Some hats have feathers, some other hats don't have feathers, and that's what you call a matching band, a matching hat band. Okay. Some people might say ribbon, but typically the common lingo within the hat folks, hat shops and hat folks in the business was nice. It's called a hat band. Hat makers, etc. That's your hat band right there. Okay, and this happens to be a matching hat band with the same color hat. Now I'm gonna flip the hat over here and show you a few more things. Okay, again, this is the fur felt hat. You've got a nice leather sweatband there. Okay, on the inside, bear with me. Yeah, I'm trying to film with one hand and show you the hat with another hand. So if you've got a leather sweatband, that's what we have here. Okay, this is actually a cowhide sweatband on this one here. Some hat makers use sheepskin leather, which is a bit more tender than the cowhide. So yeah, you've got a leather sweatband. Sweatbands can happen to be cotton, made out of cotton sometimes. They might be made out of a mix of polyester and nylon on some of the summer type hats. Those type of things. So it just depends. They could use cotton or polyester and nylon mix, or acetate rayon or something like that for the summer hats, so it's more breathable. So you're not really sweating that much. On the summer hats. For the winter hats that are like fur felts, okay, traditionally it's a leather sweatband you get with those. Okay, now some of the lower hand winter hats, maybe some of the wool hats, whatnot, they might have like polyester mix, woven type sweatband or cotton sweatband. But your traditional fur felt fedora will come with a leather sweatband, cowhide sweatband, or a sheepskin sweatband, maybe for some of the higher higher quality type hats, whatnot. So that is that. This one here, underneath the sweatband, this off-white line fabric here. This is called a liner, hat liner. Okay, this is a hat liner you see in there. Okay, typically it's made out of polyester, or polyester rayon mix, something like that. Okay, some people call it satin, like a satin polyester satin fabric, whatnot. And for some of the high-end quality hats, they might use silk, which is a cost more. Basically, it's a high-end, higher quality, for more luxurious high-end hats. The hat makers or the manufacturers might use silk, but I don't believe that's as common anymore as in back in the days. When hats were really, really common. In the same. Now, unless it's like a custom hat, and the hat maker prefers to use something like that, like a satin line, like a silk line or something, real silk fabric, as opposed to a polyester satin, whatnot. That's got the sheen on there, and they come in different weights too. Typically, this is a lighter fabric, a lighter weight satin, polyester satin that's used. It's not that heavy, it's pretty light. Okay, you don't want something too heavy that's going to cause you to be sweating quite a bit, in your head, whatnot. So that's that. You got the liner, you got the sweatband, like I mentioned to you. We've talked about the edge on the hat. Okay, this has got a raw edge because it's not flipped in and sewn down. It's a raw edge. Okay, it's just cut. It's just a cut brim. That's all it is on that one. Okay, and I'm not promoting any particular brands here, at least not right now. Maybe down the line as the channel grows, I might set up some partnerships or something. But right now, I'm not promoting any, just a FYI, any particular brands. Just working with the hats that I have in stock, whatnot. So, okay, let's see here again. This is a fur felt rabbit fabric here, material on the hat itself. Okay, really smooth finish on that, whatnot. Yeah, so that's what you're looking at on that one. And then let's see, what else can I show you on this one here? Talked about the and typically your hats, on the end and the back, again with your fur felt hats, they might have like a bow. A tradition we have like a bow in the back sewn onto the sweatband like that with a zigzag stitching like that. We'll have a bow. It's a traditional complementary feature, most fur felt hats. Okay, that comes with them. You have the bow sewn on the end there. Okay, and yeah, so that's that on that fedora. And the feathers, of course, they come in different colors. This is one of the more popular ones. Not every manufacturer uses this type of feather. This multicolor, neutral. This is a neutral. Some feathers are more colorful. You have the yellow, the reds, orange, and stuff like that. But most manufacturers, they will use something that's more subtle, like this. That's not as loud. More subtle feather color. And this year, I want to show you this one here. You see, it's got a matching hat band as well, but this is actual felt. This is not ribbon. See, this is ribbon hat band. This is more of a wool felt because it's a wool hat. This is a wool felt hat band, the same color, material that's used to complement. You see that a lot on Western hats, as well. Okay, they will use the same complementary felt, fur felt to for the hat band on there. Okay, this is a nice camouflage stingy brim, short brim hat, about an inch and a half or so brim size on this one here. Okay, it's got a center dent, 2 pinches in the front, really nice again. And then I'll show you what's called the bound edge on this one. This has got the bound edge on it, as you can see. Okay, it's flipped down and sewn. You see the stitches in there. Okay, so that's what you call a bound edge. Okay, that's a bound edge, flipped over. Whether it's felt or wool, more common with wool type hats, and then your summer hats, you will see the bound edge on those. The different types of straws, you know, it's pretty common with like Panamas, and then some other types of straws out there. Some straws too, they are raw edge. You know, kind of like hemp when you get into like your hemp straw, or when you get into like paper straw or Toyo paper straw. Some of those other straws out there, then you see like a raw edge, like sisal straw, etc. Now this has got a cotton sweatband on the inside. Okay, this is a cotton. This is kind of different. It's got a cotton sweatband on the inside. Okay, you see that? That's a cotton material on there. Really light cotton material on this one. So this is not leather. Again, this is a wool hat, lower quality, a bit lower quality than the fur felt hat, of course. Okay, so that's got a cotton sweatband on there. What now? Yeah, at this point in the video, please go ahead and like, share, subscribe to the channel. Again, this is G the Hat Guy. If you learned something from the video, you're gaining something, enlightenment, insight, okay, support the channel by subscribing, okay, to the channel, the G the Hat Guy channel. I'm going to be getting on the road, bringing you more quality hat content from across the country, all about hats. This is the place for the hat folks, okay? We're trying to grow the channel, show some love, show some support. If you're learning something, you're getting some value from the videos, okay? That's my purpose with this channel, is to give you some knowledge with hats, okay? Bring in hat fun, hat entertainment, okay? Hat content, you know, for the hat folks all across the world, okay? That's right, we're taking this global. Yeah, this is another, you know, wool hat here with a different kind of finish. Yeah, this is what we call a finish here. Okay, this has got more, something similar to what's called a luxury velour finish on this one. You see, this has got what you call a contrast band. So the hat is one color, and then the band is a different color. That's a contrast band, contrast color to the hat. And then this has got a bound edge as well. You see the stitches? Okay, so I'm gonna flip it over for you to check it out. Okay, you see the stitches right there? Okay, so it's flipped over and sewn by the machine. Okay, that's your what you call your bound edge. And then this has got a the sweatband on this one. This has got a woven polyester sweatband in there. Okay, the sweatband is woven polyester, maybe mixed with nylon, something like that. Okay, that's what this is here. Okay, and this has got the line on the inside as well. It's got the satin lining. Again, it's a polyester type fabric, you know, the line on there. Okay, yeah, so that's that. Let me show you something else here. Let's see what else we got. I'm going to show you something else. Let's see, just bear with me here. Let me get my camera angle so I don't drop nothing here. Okay. Now this one here that I have, yeah, this is a homburg, Godfather hat, of course. Okay, with the center dent. This the boss hat, like I always call it. Make you feel like the boss. You watch the old school Italian mob movies. You see the mobsters. They have the mafia boss, the mob bosses. They have the Godfather hat, the homburg on. Okay, and make you feel like a boss. Not everybody can pull that off. So this has got a contrast hat band as well. You see the ribbon is black, the hat is gray. It's got the multicolored feather. Now this is an edge binding. This is got a different type of edge. This is not a raw edge or bound edge. This is what you call an edge binding, where they actually stitch a ribbon across the edge of the hat there. Okay, and it doesn't have to be like a curved brim, curved up like this one. You know, it can be flat as well. Okay, so that's called an edge binding. Okay, where they put the ribbon on there and they stitch around the edges of the hat there. So that's what you're looking at. That's called an edge binding on the hat there. Okay. Yeah. So you see this has got a different types of dent or crease on the top. This has got just a center dent right across from the back to the front. There's no pinches in the front. Again, this is a different style hat. This is the Homburg. You're looking at the boss hat, and this has got the leather sweatband, of course, on the inside as well. You can see there. It's got that leather sweatband all across there. It's got the lining, the white satin poly mix lining on the inside as well. Again, more luxury type hats, high-end hats, they will have the lining, have a leather sweatband or a soft sheepskin sweatband on the inside. Okay, so now by the end of this video, you know the difference between a raw edge, a bounded edge, an edge binding. Okay, you understand the sweatband, how they come, different types of materials, and cotton, polyester mix, for some of your summer hats or some of your other winter hats as well. You also understand, what is it? A contrast hat band, kind of like on this one. The hat is one color, the band is a different color. That's what you call a contrast band, okay? And then you have a matching band, hat band, same color as the hat. Okay, your feathers, of course, how they come, again, multicolor. Some have a solid color. Typically, they have maybe, at least 2 or 3 different colors in them, maybe more with the feathers. Okay, you understand your dents, and for hat terminology, your creases and dents, you understand what that means there. Okay, so and then also your hat bands that are that are made out of the same material, kind of like this one, this wool one. It's the same material that's cut to make the hat band on this one, as opposed to a ribbon. You also understand that. Okay. All right, folks. Again, this is G the Hat Guy. I just wanted to kind of share some hat terminology that you must know with you as a hat man or a hat woman. Okay, I appreciate you watching the video. Like, share, comment. Okay, stay tuned. Got more great and awesome hat content, hat fun, hat entertainment coming your way from across the country. Gonna be hitting the road soon. Make sure you share this with somebody else. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you learned today. Let me know what you learned in this video. Okay, let me know what you've learned from this video. So engage with me in the comments. Okay, show your love. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye bye.